You know what GD Ico means? That means if you guys don't know that, of course, there's a big story behind it. I believe he told me about it. Let me remember. It's Gara who deserves a lot of love, or he gets a lot of love. I'm not sure, but it definitely revolves around a lot of love, and that's what he has to give for the MLBB community, of course, in Europe as well as in North America. And maybe we'll see him in other regions soon. We never know. But at the same time, you got him alongside me, Kronos. We're bringing the action. I know you can read our names, but we try to remind you that you try and support us whenever you can. You can do that one way by subscribing and liking to this stream, and of course our personal channels as well. And that would be a big shout out. You can see Scared as well if you find them. Just make sure you show us some love. But at the same time, show these teams some love that are taking part right now. They definitely need it. Birthright on the red side and ONIC UA on the blue. ONIC UA made a statement yesterday. They got a lot of backup. You got a lot of fans backing them up. But you know what, G? People keep forgetting that Birthright have made fans from a very long time in Europe. So whenever there's a Birthright match, you can definitely see the viewers starting to spike up. So of course, right now with Birthright on the red side, one game in the hand already, they'll be looking to rally the troops and make sure to get the fans behind their back. And looking at the bans, once again, the Zushin is gone, and they still don't want to deal with that BIRTHRIGHT whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably going to end up banning the Edith again, not one to deal with the BIRTHRIGHT. It's a lot of heroes that have great control. So again, they don't want to see that, right? And then we're also seeing from the side of ONIC, they're banning out a lot of mages, getting rid of the Yves, getting rid of the Yuuzhan. Again, great control, stuff you don't want to see in the lineup here. Now, they are on the first pick side, right? So they get to have a little bit of a prio pick this time around, and I want to know what they're going to go with here. Again, I felt like they were strong. Both teams were strong last game. They came in, they fought, they were just going back and forth. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully ONIC has something a little bit better up their sleeve this time around. Birthright just looking strong. I mean, they made a couple mistakes, but they bounced back.
Yeah, and I think right now you got they're trying to fight for some mid lane control, that's for sure, and they don't want to give it to the side of Birthright. You can see that they're definitely targeting down Danny, but he has a plethora of mid laners that he can pick from. So you can only narrow it down, but you can ban him out. So looking at what's available, you still got the Matilda, you still got the Phoveus, you got the Suyo, the Chip, still not being picked up. He's still a broken hero. It's just your playstyle is completely different right now with all those nerfs. You gotta make sure you get that -1 whenever you're going into a team fight. And with the Suyo being taken off the table from the side of ONIC, Birthright looking to... I think they should ban out the Matilda, G. Like, it's just too much to give away. But they take out the Edith and let the Matilda slip.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. The Edith is definitely something you don't want to mess with. To be honest, I was surprised when in the NACT my team wasn't banning the Edith a lot. It was constantly facing the Edith. Just a monster pick, a lot of engage, but even the Yuuzhan was pretty good. Picking up the Fanny though, as a first pick, it definitely didn't get banned.
Hey, Jay, it's always exciting. When you're here, you always get to see a Fanny, don't you?
Hey, what are you trying to get at?
It happened today. Fanny is just too expensive. I can go on and on hours about this. Fanny is too expensive a pick to give away, and it is first pick material with how broken it is right now in the current meta, and you need to start, you know, countering it right off the bat, because with the changes that's there in the energy management of Fanny, and now looking at how the meta has changed into much more sustained kind of meta, you're not looking for the burst Fanny, you're looking for more of the War Axe Fanny, which is formerly known as the Bloodlust kind of Fanny, the Bloodlust build where you get a lot of energy. The more you go around, the more you can spam your cables, and that's what you're seeing right now. A lot of poke coming out from their side. But to counteract that, they got the Hylos, they got the Matilda. I know I got carried away a little bit. But on the other side, you can see that the Bruno for the late game and the Gato Kacha for adding the extra engage that dive with that Fanny as well.
Right. And again, I do like the Bruno. Matilda, again, left open. A great play. Birthright was able to utilize that insanely well. 100% win rate on this Moskov. Again, a great pick. Going to be an absolute menace if utilized correctly. I'm actually super surprised ONIC didn't pick a Moskov against the Bruno last time. So I want to see how Birthright utilizes that in this current comp. Now, going into the second banning phase, we're probably going to see some mages on the chopping block here because both teams need them. So, again, banning the Phobius. We're probably going to see maybe a Khalid ban as well because we don't have our EXP by Birthright. And again, a complete menace. We'll see.
Yeah, and this Moskov, again, just to counter the Fanny. You got the Matilda to counter the Fanny. You got the Hylos to counter the Fanny. The Moskov, and you're right. They're making it a little easier for their jungler. Be with me. So they take away the alpha as well. So the Khalid should be the ban here, given the fact that it is kind of better than the Hylos. I would say can go toe-to-toe against the Matilda. You can dive into the back line as well. So Khalid should be the ban, in my opinion. But they go for the Lunox instead. Like you mentioned, another mage ban coming through. You were not wrong. You were not wrong. Don't get antsy over here, but right now, I would think maybe a Martis or a Bane would be a good ban over here as the jungler.
Yeah, I mean, also Kufra is still left open, right?
But they got a Matilda though.
They do have the Matilda. That is true. They could go wild with it, but I don't think so. I mean, Kufra would be. I mean, Rocco is definitely going to be on the Gata as well. So yeah. I mean, Kufra could have been a good play here for even the side of ONIC, but you're not going to throw that into the EXP. Bane gets banned out. They're targeting a lot of jungles at this point. Interesting pick here. I mean, they already got their EXP then, so see what they go for. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, me too. I'm kind of curious what they're cooking right now. I feel like this Hylos is probably going to be in the EXP lane. And looking at the mid lane right now, they'll maybe go for an Aurora. But it's not an instant stun that you get against the Fanny. Maybe the Lilia once again to give that extra survivability. Or the Vexana to get that control. But honestly, and now I can just start saying every single mage's name, right? But they go for the Nolan as a jungler. Yeah, you can see that terrible win rate, 20%. I would say just don't pick the Nolan anymore. It's not worth it. Every single game, you have a very slim win condition, and but luckily this time they have a Moskov for the late game.
Yeah, I mean Moskov plus they get the Matilda. I mean they're going to be able to get away from the Fanny if the Fanny does come in. So it's a matter of how are they going to catch it? How can they compete with it? And our last two picks here are going to be probably the crucial ones in our lot. A good set EXP player might be able to stop that Matilda. We'll see a good CC. You got good control here on the side of ONIC. Again, what is this mage pick? Why are they waiting so late to pick this mage? Nice.
Makes sense.
Simple.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah, don't go with that Gushin or like pull up with the Cho in the mid lane. It worked, but you need magic damage or make it Gato mid lane. I don't know what they were thinking, but they said they probably told Silencer, hey, hold your horses, just pick the Valentina and play it. Don't get too excited right now. And on the other side, another mage, another mid laner. What could they go for to be a Faramis? But that's
Vexana would be good here.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
I'm actually surprised by the lack of Vexanas being picked so far.
I know, right?
Like it's just good CC and control, right?
Yeah, like I've been calling it every game. You gotta play the Vexana because it provides so much mid lane control. But in this game, they go for the Sicilian. It's not bad, but now it's the same idea that every other team with a Nolan has. You're playing for the early game with the Nolan, and what happens if the Nolan doesn't get the early game? You have no backup whatsoever. So this Fanny is definitely looking to go berserk in the early few minutes, and if she does, Birthright might be in trouble. So I would say it's a gamble picking the Sicilian, but Sicilian has been buffed quite nicely right now.
Yeah, I mean it's overall a good go. I like both drafts. ONIC's definitely not putting something spicy in the cooking pot this time around, but we'll be getting into the game 2. Birthright versus ONIC in the MLBB European Seasonal League. I want to see if ONIC can actually, bounce back from a first loss in the series here.
Yeah, I think they should be able to. You can see the aggression coming out already from Silencer and Rocco. Oh, that was quick, wasn't it? That was a quick usage of skills to make sure Mark could have gotten terrified. But not having the cooldowns instantly means that they will have to wait. But my lobby trying to zone them away. But here goes Be With Me. He has the Fanny steel cables coming out right now. And you can see Rushik trying to dish out the damage as well. Oh, my lobby. I don't know what he was doing there. He has the guiding wind, however. Helps him survive, even use the revitalize, so he's not going to have that until the turtle spawns. So that could be an opportunity for them to pick him off once again.
Yeah, and we'll definitely have to keep our eye on the gold lane because a lot of control there. My lobby set back a little bit.
Ooh, a guiding wind again to help him survive. So Mark has been so far, he's been playing a phenomenal Matilda. Even the fact that he was MVP in game number 1 with the same pick. It might be a different story this time around with the Fanny trying to go in on towards the bot side, in towards Levi. Doesn't want to pick the fight yet.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's a good setback onto my lobby. We'll have to see if he has the great control. Oh, Valentina's there as well. Probably going to take care of him.
He's been playing with fire so far. He's been playing with fire. He's so low the entire time. He does have the regen to make sure he gets some HP back up. He's still able to get that gold, that EXP that he was looking for. Law and Order trying to be forced out. Mark is there to help him survive. Ring of Punishment to try and clear the wave. Nobody trying to contest the turtle yet. It's been a slow start for both teams, given the fact that they have assassins that want to get these kills in the early game.
Yeah, Silencer does have the Sicilian ult. Looking for maybe a good take here at the turtle. My lobby, dude, he's kind of low, but kind of not low. I don't know if he wants to go back or not. He's going to hold it here. This first turtle is going to make it or break it. The moment Levi shows in top, I think the turtle is secured for ONIC.
Yeah, and you can see, oh my goodness, a knockup coming in, but the AOG catches him, and that is first blood. Danny falls down. Silencer should be the next one, but at the same time, Levi goes in, fractures the floor, and he gets that kill. Although with the revitalized Rocka put on, they weren't able to survive. My lobby trying to zone them away. We can see the glorious pathway come out. He picks up the turtle for himself and uses the steel cable. Fanny got out of there. The circling eagle to keep them in place. And there's the final slash to pick up the kill in towards Mark as well. Rocco falls down. Rushik here. Doesn't want to fight, but here comes the steel cable. And he gets the kill with that cutthroat. And this is what a Fanny brings in. Fast rotation, fast-paced gameplay.
Yeah, you got to give it up to him, right? He's level 6. So was the Nolan. That's going to set him back a little bit. Now he's going to be able to, farm some of that jungle, and then Birthright. I mean, they were able to secure the turtle, so it does give them a little bit of a gold lead. But losing your jungle is major at this 3-minute mark. Again, no, Danny.
Steel cables. You can see he gets caught in the sanguine claws. At the same time, there's the circling eagle. Will he survive? No, he does not. Bats Impact is trying to catch him. Along with the wisps, followed him all the way. And to throw insult to injury, they throw in the Spear of Destruction. But Be With Me will fall down there. And at the moment, you can say that Birthright's starting to get control.
Yeah, now they're going to be invading on Be With Me's jungle, going for the red buff instead of the blue buff. A little bit of an interesting take, could have set the Fanny behind a bit. I guess they knew he was going to go for the blue buff first, so just a little bit of a hey, I mean, they didn't want to fight, they just wanted to take what they could, and they went into the jungle and stole away, right? Be With Me, does he not have his blue? I can't really tell in the bush.
He does.
Oh no, he's got it. Okay.
No, he got spotted out by everybody. Here comes the cavalry for the side of Birthright, with Danny just being there. Nobody can actually catch him at this point, apart from the Fanny, who doesn't really have the damage. And I really want to take a look at the itemizations before the turtle comes up, G. But seems like they might go for a fight soon enough. Oh, and yes, they do. Silencer was playing with fire there.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a tough situation here for ONIC. Birthright looking very well, but look at the Harlow!
Oh my goodness, what a final slash. At the same time, circling eagle, AOG connecting, but the Purify from Mark to help them survive. They get the turtle, Levi, and right now they're trying to draw off the rifts. My lobby just being a distraction, zoned them out, used the glorious pathway, ran out of there, but Urek got taken down in the midst of the entire fight.
Yeah, I mean, Birthright was really low in that take. I think this is going to give ONIC a little bit of a leadway. Maybe able to, yeah, they're going to be able to take that top tower. There's no way Hylos is going to defend that against 3 up there. Ooh, spear though.
Oh, yeah, and if I was
Does he
Pancrat,
go
I
for
wouldn't
it?
be there any longer right now because he's playing with fire, but he somehow gets that tower. And at the same time, now dishes out free damage to my lobby, even with the worldy. And you can see in the mid lane, Levi wants the cat silencer off guard, but Rushik is there trying to help him survive as well. Sanguine Claws from Danny, not there yet. So just a matter of time, but here on the bot side, Be With Me doesn't have the purple buff yet. Wants to go in with the steel cables, but the Sanguine Claws gets them, and you can see Sphere of Destruction not yet used, but the final slash catches 2, but the glorious pathway along with guiding when helping them survive, and Urek picks up that kill on towards a hopeful Rushik.
Dude, just the sustainability. Oh, he's dead.
Oh my, yeah, what was he thinking?
Yeah, I mean, Raka was good. That was a good take there. Might be able to take the mid tower while Urek is down here taking the bottom tower. I don't think they have minions though, so now they're on the search. They might be able to catch Levi off here on a rotate into the mid lane. Again, ONIC. Again, we're seeing everything that we've seen in the last match, right? Like, it's a back and forth battle. We're kind of looking at items here. Sustainability definitely picked up by Bruno. Now has the Berserker, so he has the crit. He has the damage and the sustainability at this point kind of come online. We'll have to see. And right now, Urek just doesn't have too much besides growth of scythe, so we'll have to see. Again, this next turtle is going to make it or break it. My lobby.
Yeah, my lobby goes in, circling eagle as well. Delayed with that second rotation. At the same time, you can see right now AOG trying to connect, but not used just yet. Revitalized health and survive. My lobby taken down quite low, and he will fall to the hands of Pancrat, who is 2-0-0 right now. This has been a game of low kills, but right now they're coming out for the side of ONIC UA, and Silencer takes down Mark as I speak, and now turning their attention towards the turtle. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Danny somehow still survives after the onslaught that came in from Be With Me, who picks up the turtle. And right now, ONIC UA not running away with the goal lead yet, but they're able to get these turret structures. But oh my goodness, Levi went in, but gets taunted out and gets taken down by the volley shot from Pancrat. They're not able to get the mid lane tower just yet, but in due time, they should be able to.
Yeah, this is what I was saying, right? Like, the Bruno is now coming online. The damage is there. The sustainability. He's able to survive in team fights, and they just really don't have an answer for that, right? My lobby comes in, and then he gets slowed in his own ultimate, and he's just getting piece by piece knocked down. I feel like right now, Danny is really the one that needs to come online. Mark has 2 kills as a tank, so again, they're definitely Birthright's on the back foot this time around. They're going to have to take this Lord, and I think the Fanny's just kind of being a menace paired with the Bruno. So, well, we'll see. Ooh, Levi with a solo death into the top line. Be With Me.
Oh, meanwhile, in the mid lane, you can see Revitalizers are there, along with the Circling Eel, gets a 2-man knock-up, and the Bat Speed's coming out from Danny, trying to dish out the damage. But here comes Be With Me with the steel cables, trying to dish out the damage, but gets caught out in the wall by the Spear of Misery, and Urek making sure this Moscow's presence is felt in this game so far. Even though they got that solo kill, even though they are ahead, the late game definitely in the favor of Birthright for this one.
Definitely. Again, if the Moskov can come online, it can definitely be a menace, as well as the Sicilian. So ONIC does not want to allow this to go to the late game, right? They're having a little bit of a trouble keeping that mid turret's health up. But again, I think this first Lord is going to make it or break it. They can't really catch Mark at this point. He is becoming a nuisance. And again, my lobby, they're setting up. This eye bush is a key to a lot of victories for some teams, so my lobby just kind of getting pieced apart here.
Yeah, oh, the final slash connects too.
But into nothing.
Right now they come in with the Bat's Feast as well, and you can see the glorious pathway from my lobby to get this party started. They're zoning them all out, and from the Lord Pit, you can see right now Rocco has the AOG, can go in at any single point that he wants. Sanguine Claws to get them back.
Wow.
Certainly Eagle is used. The Retribution comes out right on time, but here comes Be With Me. He has to steal cables. He misses, not able to go, but at the same time they lose Mark and my lobby, and right now Danny should be the next one, but Urek is there to save him with the Spear of misery, but
Oh, no,
meanwhile, the
Levi!
Eyebush, Levi was trying to get away, but Pancrat got a face full of volley shots to him, and now they're trying to take down this mid lane tier 1 turret. He doesn't have the Malefic gun yet, so not able to get that extended range. So the Lord marching out the mid side, but they cannot capitalize because they already lost 2 members in their team.
Yeah, if they can't stop Pancrat at this point, it's going to be deadly for the side of ONIC. And again, they're just trying to grasp onto anything to be able to survive to the late game. You can already see that based off of the kills, like BIRTHRIGHT just doesn't have the kill ability to be able to take down ONIC at this point. So again, ONIC could be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more assertive. I think it was a good play by BIRTHRIGHT though to burn that Lord, because they seen Be With Me in the top lane trying to, you know, make a split push play. And if they were able to secure the Lord, that buys them even more time to get into this late game. And that is their objective at this point.
Yeah, at this point, that is definitely their objective. But will they be actually able to do so? Because it's being prevented by BIRTHRIGHT thus far. They're able to hang on, and all they need to do is hang on, because the longer this game goes, the more the Sicilian will scale. Although he's not having a great day, 0, 2, and 3, Danny right now. After a certain point, he's definitely going to start doing some respectable damage. As you can see, Sanguine Claws and the taunt coming out as well. The final slash is there. They get the mid lane tier 1 turret, but MLBB using the Glorious Pathway to make sure he gets out of there. And Be With Me right now with 1v1 against Urek, but still able to survive both of them with the slightest bit of HP.
Yeah, he's getting the sustainability. Now he just needs to get the damage. Levi kind of struggling against the Fanny, like you were saying. The Nolan just really doesn't show out. Again, all they need to do is make it in a late game. You can already see the Golden Staff and the DHS picked up here by Ulrich. So he is now online. And the Sicilian is almost built. I think he's doing Holy Crystal, if I'm not mistaken. He has the penetration. He just needs the damage. So again, BIRTHRIGHT's just at the tipping point of coming onto their power spikes. So that's what we have to watch out here for BIRTHRIGHT. Can BIRTHRIGHT get to that late game that they need to be able to keep ONIC at bay? But the split pushing capability by ONIC is just insane.
Goodness, the final slash was there in play, but Silencer got taken down, and Pancrat dishing out some free damage, but here comes the Circling Eagle. Doesn't want to commit whatsoever, so backs off instantly. They're happy with the 1 kill that they found on towards Silencer, because there's a bigger objective on the plate, a bigger objective on the map, and that's the Luminous Lord.
Yeah, and if you can secure that, I definitely wouldn't 50-50 this. Like, turn the Lord, force them to make plays like that. Look, almost catch Levi there, but MLBB now coming in. BIRTHRIGHT looking good. This is your advantage here, BIRTHRIGHT. Take advantage of it. Let's see, they're going to go after Pancrat here. Oh my god, the damage on the mark.
Yeah, it's scary, isn't it? It's quite scary with those volley shots, but look at the separation created, but the final slash misses, and at the same time, he go in, the knockup from the Lord is there. AOG trying to connect on towards 3, and it does. The retribution coming in from Levi right on point. The Fanny with the steel cables, but guess what? Pancrat is unstoppable. MLBB is the sacrificial lamb once again. But they did get the Lord, and they didn't lose a lot compared to the previous time, so they should be able to take a little bit of advantage compared to last time.
Yeah, and again, Urich just picked up the Malefic gun as well. Watch out, Mark. Oh,
Mark, not again. He tries to go into the Circling Eagle. Came out from Silencer himself. Still survived with that shield. And you can see Pancrat doing some work on the Lord as soon as possible to make sure there's no more super minion waves to come through. But Urich over here, not able to escort the Lord whatsoever. And Gee, I wanted to ask, usually you get to see a Sicilian go for the Lightning Truncheon, right? Instead of the Holy Crystal to get the damage power spike. And I don't know why, but you think that might have hindered their damage capabilities this time?
It definitely does seem like it, but again, he's kind of getting his stacks up. I'm not quite sure what Danny's thought process is, but maybe there's something that changed with the lightning trench. But you can already see the damage is there. We just have to watch out. Urich has to come online, and he's just not able to be in the team fights like key team fights that we need him to be in.
Oh, circling
Oh, there
Eagle
he is.
with everything thrown at
Oh!
them. The shutdown coming in from Levi. He gets a double, finally getting some damage online, and that's the triple that we're looking for. Steel cables from Be With Me is not enough. They take down Mark in the process. But guess what? They want to chase. My Lobby is the one leading the charge this time. They get the top tier 1, and they'll possibly get the tier 2 in the mid, as well as the top side as well with the steel cables. The Fanny comes in. Danny here left in no man's land will get taken out by the cutthroat. The Purify is spotted as well. For what reason, I don't know, but he gets taken down by Be With Me. But meanwhile, the top side, Urek doing some damage to the tower structures. Silencer should get taken down. Yes, he does. Mega kill in the hands of Levi. And right now, Urek wants to go straight for the base. AOG comes out to make sure they try and survive, but their target is the base crystal. But oh my goodness, it survives with the slightest bit of HP. They get a full wipeout on towards Birthright.
What? Yo, that tower, that tower is hard breathing at this point. You can already see, you gotta give it up to Rocco, man. The ultimate coming in to CC and stun most of them. I'm not quite sure why they didn't maybe split up, but they all just kind of stood there, got caught, couldn't get to it, and it just needed one more smack onto the tower, and this actually might be punishable for ONIC.
Yeah, you can see Circling Eagle is there. Be With Me goes in with a cutthroat as well, but still somehow survives Mark thanks to the guiding wind. Now the Lord is up, and the later you go into the game, the Lord gets stronger, and so does Danny. Who's going to be stronger, Lord of the Sicilian? Of course, it's going to be the Lord this time around, but you can see right now everybody's back up, all spells back online, and this is definitely a neutral objective they want to contest.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to. You can already see the lanes are the biggest problems right now. Yeah, Be With Me is stuck in a sticky situation.
Yeah, Be With Me. He was in a sticky situation. No jungler now for the side of ONIC. I don't know what he was thinking. It was not the moment to try and dive to get a kill, and he gets taken out. And right now you can see the Lord already half HP. They can't really do much, but they need to contest. My Lobby zoning them away with the glorious pathway, and Rocco in the middle of it with the AOG will have to run away, and Mark leading the charge with the guiding wind. They go in for the final slash as well. Levi trying to dish out the damage. Not there yet, and Silencer will have to back off as well. So GG, well played from the side of Birthright, picking up the Lord, and not the right time if I was Be With Me to go for a pickoff, because now they get into the mid lane. Tier 1 is taken away. Lord marching on the top side. I think this might be all she wrote for the side of ONIC UA.
Urek just picked up Rose Gold as well, so it's going to be a lot harder to take out this Moskov. They're going to do something here against the Fanny, and I know they can. She's low on energy.
Ooh. It's looking dicey with the Lord marching down top. They need the Fanny to do something for them, provide them space, but unable to do so. And look at that right now. Goes in, tries to do the same exact thing, but they forget that and they target the inhibitor. The glorious pathway being used as well. The Lord is already at the base crystal, but they want to target the base, and AOG comes out to create the separation. Immortality is popped, and they get the Fanny first up. A Spear of Destruction is used, but Pancrat doesn't have the damage. The Lord himself takes the base. The distraction was enough, and Birthright pick up game number 2.
Yo, that was a crazy match. Came down to the line there, Scared.